building and creation is a fundamentally optimistic endeavor of going from what is to what ought to be. And that to me is the funnest part of working with these founders. And I think maybe the best example of that of recent would be the work that I did with Andrew Feldman and his co-founders at a company called Cerebrus. Cerebrus is it's a semiconductor and systems company that really pioneered some interesting technology to build basically purpose-built systems for AI workloads. So back in kind of 2015 timeframe, I and one of my partners had been really studying what was going on with big data and the use of machine learning models, not just at some of the sort of massive web scale companies like Google and Amazon and Facebook, but we were beginning to see in the mid market our own portfolio companies, some of our ad tech companies, even e-commerce companies, beginning to use machine learning to build better products, to build algorithms that were going to be much, much better than kind of their kind of hard-coded, if you will, sort of more software-driven rather than data-driven alternatives. And so worked very closely with that team. In fact, I had met Andrew when he was raising money for his prior company, loved him, but didn't love that idea and stayed close to it and did what I often do when founders come across my radar, that where we don't converge. But I knew as soon as that company was done, or he was going to be done with it, that I would want to back his next thing, or at least be in the kind of the running to do that. And so his company, that last company, was acquired by AMD. I talked with him around the time it was getting acquired, kind of did set the proverbial egg timer for 2 years, knowing that he would pop out at some point. And then over that 2-year period, kind of riffed on half a dozen different ideas until he converged on building this sort of purpose-built systems for AI workloads. And even in that 2 years, those AI workloads were on a just full-on vertical growth trajectory. In fact, I mean, those the AI workloads were basically outstripping Moore's law by a factor of 25,000x, right? So anyway, so he kind of got involved in this. And so what was my role in that? Well, we riffed on a lot of ideas. We actually hosted them at our office in Menlo Park. We have helped hire. I have personally probably helped close close to 200 of his candidates. These are the sort of the super hard to find, really special deep learning experts coming from all over the world. I think we now have more than 36 countries represented on the team across 4 different geographies. And so just working really closely with him. And also when stuff got really hard, I mean, there were moments when we weren't sure that the thing was going to work. And so really kind of working with him and rolling up your sleeves, engaging him in some of those hard problems where I might, in my network, be able to bring to bear some unique resources. And this was definitely the case in the first couple of years that could really help him out. So anyway, that was, for me, that was a chance to really dig in and get involved and be helpful in ways that I'm not sure other folks who don't come from sort of more technical domains would have been able to do.